Hello everyone, welcome, welcome. We're getting things set up over here, ready to go. So it's time for our coffee break. Who's ready for a little Friday afternoon bead break? I know I am. I need a big break. So I'm going to share with you guys some fun little summer bead combinations that I've pulled that I think you'll enjoy. And if you're here, say hello. I'd love to hear from you guys. It's always nice to know I'm not talking to myself. All right, who's ready for the weekend? Have you guys started your weekend already? Oh, that would be so nice. I would love that. Definitely would love to have my weekend going already. Welcome, welcome. Say hello if you're here. I also enjoy not talking to myself. Rosalinda, hello, and Susan. Yes, you literally just made a latte. That sounds really good. I could go for that. Hi, Donna. And Julie from California. Barbara. Oh, my dear buddy, Sue Woods. Hello, hello. Nice to have you here. Welcome, everybody. All right, who needs a good dose of beads? I do. I do. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Martina. Hello, hello, Candy. All right, so let's get this started. I'm Heather Powers from Humblebeads. I'll just be showing my dirty paint stained fingers today. I like scrubbed and scrubbed before I got on the video, and it is what it is. I'm full of creativity today. Hi, Cindy from Illinois. Welcome. All right, so I'm a bead maker, jewelry designer, author, illustrator, and your all-around creative muse, and it's my hope to get the beads off your bead table and into some jewelry each week. Hi, Susan Deithman. Glad to have you here. Okay, so as you guys know, well, maybe you don't know, I live in a beach town. The beach is like the entire existence of our town. The only reason for it being so popular is the beach, and I've grown up here, lived here my whole life with a few excursions to other cities, but this is definitely a water person, a beach person, and even though we don't have starfish, I still feel like they call to my inner mermaid. That child inside of me that longs for the sand in my feet and the water splashing around. Hi, Ezra. Esther, sorry. Hola, welcome. Glad you're watching from YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so the star of the show today are going to be the starfish. Woo-hoo-hoo. Lori, yes, let me check my email for you and send that to you this afternoon. Right after this, I'll make a little note for myself right this very second, because what happens is I get off the thing and forget everything. All right, Lori classes. So you can have a weekend full of bead making. That sounds super fun. All right, so I'm going to start with the starfish, and then I have some various color combinations that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to talk about using a lot of neutrals in these color combinations, so mixing a lot of creams and whites and, you know, all those sandy beachy colors that reflect nature. So let's start with my blue picks, and I'm going to set this off to the side a little. Okay, and I'm going to go with kind of a blue-gray combination here. All right, so we have the starfish, and these are going to be on my website at 4 o'clock today, and so I have an pendant, a bracelet connector, and I like to have the starfish on the bottom. So this, you'll wire wrap these to use as your bracelet connector. Very fun way to make a bracelet, but you can also use it as a smaller charm if you wanted to hang things down below as well as on top. And then we have the starfish earrings charms. So those are my 3 starfish goodies that are going to be available on the website. And the blue that I picked out today are some various shades of blue. So I have this bright blue color, just kind of a bright cornflower. Not quite cornflower. What shade do I want to say? I don't know. I don't have colors in my mind today. But these are spindles, and in a really pretty blue color. It's a lighter blue, and it has an AB finish on the sides. So it has a little bit of sparkle to it, which I really like. And I would just go monochromatic and pair it up with these little navy melon beads that have the dark color to them. And then if you wanted to add in some neutrals, I would think this would be a pretty good pick. And these are really etched matte finish, AB with clear glass underneath, and you know, perfect. But bachelor buttons, that's definitely, that color definitely looks like it. Hi Barbara from Southern Oregon, welcome. So this would be my first combination, and I would definitely mix it with brass, because you have some brass and bronzy tones in the dark blue beads here. And then if you wanted to add another humble bead, I would pair it up with the navy blue, the dark blue disc beads that are in my branch style. Those have been really popular. Okay, I'm going to set those aside. My next dark blue color combination are these two, and this is a cornflower periwinkle kind of color finish, or grape, cornflower and grape. So there's a little bit of flash of purple in here, and then these are metallic bicones, and I like these two together. And I think they would look really pretty in a bracelet combination here. And I would go ahead and add some gold to it, because there's a Picasso finish on. Can you see that Picasso finish on the rondelles? And so I would grab some gold to go with it. So I would say a combination like this is really appealing to me. So I've added the dark metallic blue with the grape periwinkle brown, and then tied it together with these gold drook beads. And these are 8mm drook beads. Hi Valerie and Ellen, welcome. We're just talking about beach inspired beads today, color combinations that I'm loving from the sea. And my final blue-ish, which are really kind of more gray than blue, but in that same color combination. And I would add something a little bit brighter. So I have these little tiny 4mm drooks that are this clear, they're clear, but they have like some kind of etched matte finish to them that makes them look sparkly, and kind of reminds me of how the waves break and you have that little sea foam. So I would go with something simple like this. So here we have spindles in this purplish gray color, and then AB finish on these matte gray melon drops. That's a mouthful. And then these guys are new. These little 4mm drooks, and so wouldn't that be pretty together? Such a pretty neutral. Could wear this with anything all summer long. And I would even maybe match it up with some leather, just to pull in some rusticness with it. Is that a word? Rusticness? I don't think so, but that's what I'm going to go for. Oh, you could also do some knotting with this denim color to pull in a little bit more of the blue hues for this gray combination. I would like that. I will have on my website, after 4, I'll have a link to all of the beads that I featured today. So it'll say coffee break, and it'll have all of the combinations that I've used today. All right, now let's go on to something in that blue family, but let's go with the turquoise blue. So I've pulled out a lot of different turquoise blue beads because to me, that is just the color of summer, is turquoise. So if I had to pick one color for summer, it would definitely be turquoise in all its beauty and variations. So just a few combinations. Rusticity, whew, that's a mouthful too for me. Okay, so oh, I am going to mention this just because I think you guys might like to know. We are in the process of updating all of our beads so that it has the name and the little SKU number on it, so that when you guys get your beads, you'll be able to check them in a lot quicker, and it will help us also avoid mistakes that sometimes happen. So you may get an order that has partial labels right now because we're in the process of turning that over and getting all the beads done. So this is something I thought I'd point out to you guys, trying to make life easier for when your beads do arrive. And I definitely feel like these are one of my favorite beads that I have here in the studio. These are bicones, and they have a teal glass underneath, but then they have a dark teal metallic wash on the top of them. I mean, just so gorgeous. So gorgeous and yummy, and they look so pretty with these little wobbles that I have, and definitely a C combination. And maybe I would just do earrings with those little guys, and maybe the little white wobble that's on top there, and that would be my earring. You don't have to go crazy with the design. Sometimes it can just be something really simple, and I think that would be really pretty together. Or you could even use the blue if you wanted to go a little bit more monochromatic, or you could just use the bicone and just have it a really simple design. Some of the accent beads that I think wouldn't look good with all of these different color combinations, we have sage green in the wobbles. Let me see, I also have a mint color that would look really pretty. So sage green, mint, and teal. Here's all your pretty beachy colors in the disc beads that are always so popular. And any of these would look really great with the starfish, because even though they're branches and you know, they're just kind of an abstract branch, but you know, you could definitely say these are coral under the sea. Why not, right? Something floating in the ocean. So I would say those are a really good matchup. All right, so bicones, I have them in several different colors here. This is a really dark teal blue with an etched gold finish, and these are the size 11 bicones. And this with the dark teal disc beads looks so pretty together. And again, it wouldn't take much. These bicones really speak for themselves, and so the bicones with the starfish would make a really nice bracelet just on its own. If you wanted to add a little bit of light in there, you could add something like these little forget-me-nots and this ivory and gold etched finish. I think that would be pretty together. And then the other bicones that I have are these tiny little 9mm ones, and I have them in the like a sea glass with gold finish, and then these are a dark glass underneath. I think it may be emerald with a really super heavy gold coating on it, and just perfect. And you could mix these two together, and I would even then maybe a little brown in there. Go a little bit darker, or you can go the opposite direction and add these white English cut. So Nancy, these are not large hole. They're not a tiny hole. I would say they could fit an 18mm gauge wire, but they're not a big hole bead. I do have some large hole beads, but those are the melons. The 10mm melons are the large hole. All of these are just, yeah, I would say 18 gauge is the largest wire you could use with the bicones. So yes, this would be a color combination I would dig very much. These are English cut, and these are another one of those colors that I think would match any bead in this on my table and would pull together with the starfish. I just think they look really well with the etched finish, and there's an AB coloring to it too, so it kind of has like that labradorite flash. And these are definitely a grayish color. They're not white, they're definitely gray, but they have this powdery white coating on the top of them. So just a really fun bead. Definitely feel like it has some mermaid magic to it. Is that a thing? We're calling it a thing. Let's let it be a thing. Okay, so let's go with some brights. These are a turquoise color with a Picasso and AB finish on them. These are the 10mm English cut, and these are the 8mm English cut. And you know, can't go wrong with those guys. I would even maybe, feeling like these little tiny guys are going to be a staple. Like these would match anything and go with anything. You just put them anywhere. Another thing that I think would look kind of cool with this bright color, I have these new spindle beads, and they kind of remind me of mother of pearl. They're not, they're just glass, but they have like a seashell mother of pearl kind of feel to them, where the glass is milky white with transparent, and then a Picasso finish. They're so sea-ish to me. Sea glasses. Sea glass. Oh gosh. I won't be able to say that. Sea glass-ish. So those are really pretty together, and I would say maybe the mint, maybe not. Let's go with the green. Yeah, I would do the sage green with this color. I feel like the mint's just a little too minty, and the green picks up really nicely with the golden green hues that are in this. Yes, the spindles are super fun. Okay, let's set those aside for a second, and I do have another spindle. This would be fun for a bracelet. I would do this with a big chunky chain. So I would just have this, not strung, but on eye pins. So you have a little wire on each end, and then I would do a second row with just chain and no beads, and have that as a bracelet. I wouldn't do just the spindles because I think it would be too spindly. Funny. It needs a little bit more heft. So I would pair it up with something kind of chunky. Maybe something like this. And this is chain from Vintage. So I would do a double strand with chain and the spindle. Oops, if I'm in the camera. And that would give it a little bit more visual weight. And then, of course, any of your jump rings that have an etched finish, or like these little guys. See how they look like rope? Or the twisted rope bigger jump rings. I would add those in too, because that definitely pulls in that nautical look. Okay, let's set that guy aside, that guy. Oh, if we wanted to go with the more minty look, I would say this would be pretty. And these little charms, you could use it just as a charm with a few other little charms underneath, maybe with a big jump ring. And then you could use these English cut seafoam green with the mercury metallic, mercury finish. So it's this mirrored mercury finish. Very pretty for summer. So that's a good combination with those three. And then I have dahlia beads, and I have them in this really pretty sky blue, and then this is a sea glass blue with a heavy gold coating, and these would look really nice, probably knotted. I would do knotting with the little starfish connector, and I would wrap the starfish connectors with 20 gauge wire. That's what I would do. You don't want to use a jump ring on a connector. I feel like the starfish definitely, I mean these components work best if they're wire wrapped instead of using a jump ring. And so you could go bright or you could go darker. I really like how well that matches the starfish on here. Hi Landa, welcome. All right, my last two blue ones. I have English cut in these tea green with a gold finish, and then cactus beads in the, what I want to say, it's like a sea green with a really heavy gold finish on top of them. I think those would look really pretty together, and I would probably knot them. Maybe I would knot them with some teal. I mean, not teal, this is jade. Pull out a little bit of that green color and do a longer necklace with this, and probably with I don't have them pulled out, but I have some of these in a smaller 6mm, and I would put those together, so but smaller, or maybe even the larger. That looks pretty, doesn't it? So a necklace, you could do it knotting, or you could do them linked with little tiny dangles, not dangles, beaded links where you do them on the wire, where you wire wrap them all. That would look really nice together. So yeah, I definitely, this one really catches my eye. I really like that. Okay, one last little blue guy. Oh, maybe I'll save him for, we're gonna switch gears totally on you guys, and I'm gonna go with a coral. These are new, and I've held on to these. I bought them like in the winter time, and I thought, oh, these are so summery, I just want to wait till summer. So I've just had them in the studio until now, and so these will be on the website at 4 o'clock. And these are a coral 6x8mm rondelle, and there's some variation in the glass. It's a little bit of transparent with the coral flashes in there, and this is just such a yummy color. So let me show you two possible combinations with the coral. And the first one is, where did they fell off to the side here? You could go totally tropical, and so I would pick these little orange flowers, fuchsia, and then these are little rondelles in a green color that I think would just look very, very tropical vibes here. And so you could do this and add in gold for your metallic colors, and I would probably add in this little guy with that combination. So these are the mums and the teal, and so, you know, oh yes, Nancy, very juicy for sure. So that's one direction you could go in, is the tropical with orange, fuchsia, green, and coral. Maybe not a color combination you would have thought of, but definitely works. And yeah, I would totally whip up a necklace actually with that color combination. Very pretty. And if you wanted to do some knotting, I would go with the salmon color, you know, wax linen, and this is 4-ply. And then also you could do these little peach wobbles too that have a little gold flash. And so yeah, definitely with gold tones for your findings too, for that color combination. All right, now the second direction you could go in is pulling out these little guys. And for this, I think it would work very well because the beads are kind of a similar feel where they both have the same kind of glass being used, so we're not using two different finishes on here. So I think that would work well together, and I would totally match them up with the little white 4mm droops. And this is definitely a great little summer vibe going here too. And maybe I would even mix in some wooden beads. I think some wooden beads with this combination would look really pretty. I don't have any on hand. I don't actually sell any wood beads in my shop, so I don't have them around much, but here's one from one of the big box craft stores. Yeah, guys, isn't that nice? Very, very islandy. I definitely, just a little bit of wood added to these colors totally changes the look of it and gives you a great little island vibe. So that's something to think about. So those are the two color combinations I would do with this coral color that I have. I also have in that pinkish line, I have some new rosewood in gold 9mm bicones. And you might not think pink is very beachy, but it's definitely in that, what do I want to say, seashell color. You know, it's definitely reminiscent of seashells, so maybe I would add, maybe not that one. Cream. Yeah, I like them with cream. And again, I would pull the weight too. Those little droops. Go with a little bit of lightness and freshness on here. Maybe instead of those. No, I like those. So yes, I would go with this. And these are the little mums in coral. Maybe a little touch of turquoise in there would be pretty. Yeah, pink, turquoise, and cream. Who's for it? You weren't supposed to bead today, Susan? What's that about? That just seems silly. All right, now the next new bead I wanted to show you guys is another bicone, and this is a really dark, it's black underneath and copper on top, and I would just mix the metals. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, I would totally put those together. Keep trying to pull that out. It's not going to work. Yes. Actually, I would just maybe use these on their own. Maybe add in a little bit of the turquoise with the copper. Ooh, here we go. Let's try this one. Oh, yes. This is it. So these are new also. These are the sea glass and green glass in a mercury finish rondelles, and these are 6x8mm. And I would totally put those together. Probably again. Like I said, I feel like this is going to go with everything, just because it has that, you know, like on this shore where you have a little bit of water splashing up. Yeah, I really like that together. All right. Now, I think I've shown just about everything. I keep trying to show these guys, but they weren't matching with anything. So let's just pull some things to make it work. So these are drops in this great etched cream color, grayish with the AB finish. Super fun, definitely very beachy. And I would match them up with that, and I would totally add in some mint to this color combination. And I think I would go with these, oh look here, blue green with Picasso and etched finish rondelles, and these are the 3x5 millimeter. So this color combination, yum. Oh, let's get the starfish on there. Yes. Oh, I love this for summer beachy vibes, totally. All right, I've covered all of the new beads that I had to share with you guys. I do have a few little charms real quick that I wanted to share. So I have these little guys back in stock. Helps if you can see them. So these are little star charms. They look really cute with the disc beads, and I actually have a pair that I wear all of the time, and I feel like these work very well as celestial, but also they kind of have like a little firework vibe going on with them too, so very summery. And in this wintertime I think they look like snowflakes, so they kind of all they're all season, but yeah, I definitely feel like they have like the a summer vibe to them, depending what you pair them with. Totally. More stars, because you know, starry nights in the summertime. What's not to love about that? I have filigree, vintage filigree stars in brass, and then I have teeny tiny little star charms. Starburst. Let's call them starburst charms. Aren't they pretty? So cute and tiny. I love them. All right. So that's about all of the trouble that I have for you guys today. It's Friday. I like to throw a free gift in with your order. And then these are my free gifts for this weekend. If you order $30 or more today, you're going to get one of these in your order. And so they're little starfish. I have them in random sizes, so just to see the variation, they're either going to be small or really small. So small or teeny tiny, and you'll get one in your order for $30 or more. And it's one per customer, $30 or more. We're going to throw these in your order, and these aren't going to be available on the website. These are exclusive little Friday gift for you guys, so just thinking about that. Alright, we have a question here where Nancy wanted to know what size the starfish is. And of course my ruler has grown legs and walked off. Nope, here we go. Okay. And of course on the website it says the size 2, but the starfish is about 1¼ inch long by just shy of 1 inch wide, and then just a little under 1/4 inch thick. So hopefully that helps. The starfish pendant is 1 3/8 inch long and just a little bit over 1 inch wide. And then my little charms are 3/4 inch wide. So hopefully that helps. Sandra, all of the new stuff that I've showed you guys today are going to be up on the website at 4 o'clock. So give me just a minute to get all those listings active. These are new things we have coming up, and then I will have a link with all of the beads that I featured here today under the coffee break category on the menu. All right, guys, I'm going to get to work and get these on the website really quick. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. My poor mama's in the hospital, so I'm going to go spend the weekend with her up there and keep her entertained. We're going to have a hospital slumber party. I hope we don't get in trouble. And of course, the beads and kits for our upcoming Create Along can be found at humblebeads.com. I will see you guys on Wednesday for the next Bead Table Wednesday at 1 o'clock this week, and I'll be doing a project from my Jewelry Designs from Nature book. And so thank you guys for joining me. I so appreciate you, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend filled with beauty and peace and some creativity, and I'll see you guys here next